love your haircut.
You do?
Do you not?
No, it's like the worst one I've ever gotten, I think.
Really?
No, I've actually had back-to-back some bad cuts. It's just uneven, but
how?
I can't even show you right now. Like, okay, like this side's like so long.
I do see that.
And this side's like not.
I do see that. You're
How
right.
odd. No Gorge.
I mean, don't you? I like when you middle part it. But
Well, that's why, because I was like, oh, I usually middle part it, and so I think she just like didn't care what the sides looked like, and I didn't like. I wasn't like.
so where do you go? You just picked a random place.
No, I've been going to this place like walking distance from me that I actually want to bring you to. Yeah, I want to bring you
What?
to.
Who is this? You guys, I came over today and Meg's apartment is like spick and span, spotless, ready to go. Like memory cards cleared, like windows open, everything's like ready to go.
Yeah. Well, we're starting new chapters in our lives.
I love it.
I
When
know.
does I usually I feel like I'm the one who's like trying to like get in the zhuzh, and I've been bed rotting for the past.
Well, you've
3
been
days.
sick, so it
I've
doesn't
been
count.
sick, yeah.
But yeah, and there's like a cute little coffee shop next door that has like quiches and stuff. And I was like walked in.
Love
I was like,
that.
Violet's gonna come.
I love quiches.
I know you do.
Fucking love a quiche.
I know. I was like there, and I was like, wow, she's gonna love this. And walking, it's gonna be great. And the coffee tasted like a milkshake. I was like, Violet,
That's what I
I know.
like.
I was like, this is gonna be Violet's new spot.
There was a place we went when we did the yoga that one day.
Oh,
that place we
yeah.
went, that was such a good day.
Yes, that's the place they go to on the hills.
Oh, I love
know,
the hills.
so good.
Oh my god, I was just scrolling on Instagram. I've been doom scrolling for like 5 days straight, so I'm caught up on everything
Right.
that's going on the internet. But I was like scrolling. I follow like one of those like nostalgia accounts, and they were posting a video of the hills, and it's like the brunette girl, not Lauren, not Heidi, the like Audrey. Is it Audrey?
I never watched the hills.
What?
I've never seen it.
Oh my god, we have to watch The Hills. Are you fucking kidding
Yeah,
me?
no,
Oh
no.
my god, The Hills is fucking major. So it was chef's kiss.
Well, I can't wait.
But they're like sitting at some cafe in LA, and the girl's
probably
like,
that one.
Probably. And the one girl's like, oh well, if you didn't hear, like they're in Geneva, they're like researching like a way to like change the scope of the end of time and Earth, and like talking about the most like gnarly like deep stuff. And the girl's like, I just think it's crazy that all this is happening while Lauren's out of town.
Do you know the world's supposed to end?
It's just crazy how all this is happening while Lauren's gone. She has no clue.
It's just like the most like, and they're always like, Steven was at the bonfire. Like, you have to watch it. It's like, I wish it was still going on. It'd be so
Right.
fun to be. I would totally be one of the like side characters in it.
I think I discovered Lauren Conrad through her Kohl's collection.
Are you insane?
Yeah, I was like, well, who is this? I was like
Oh
at
my
Kohl's,
God.
spending my Kohl's cash, and she went to fit him too.
Lauren Conrad,
And I want to forget you.
Heidi Montag,
I actually wanted bigger ones, but they couldn't fit in.
Right.
Audrey, and there was like
Lauren
this girl
had the
Olivia
I'm Olivia.
who like somehow is like still goes to Fashion Week. I'm like, how did you like
A
escape
queen.
the like hills? How did you do that? Like,
That's
how
gonna
did
be
you
me
manage
with
that?
Drag Race.
Is that really what you want, though?
Like, how are you? She's still like bopping around doing it. She's like a fashion. She's like blogger era.
Oh.
I'm like nostalgic for all, but The Hills was the shit.
Tell me if he's here because I'm drunk. Where? No.
Everyone that meet and greets. I haven't listened to Brat all the way through. Show me. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. And literally at meet and greets all the time. What's your favorite Brat song?
No.
What's your favorite Brat song? And I always say 365.
It's back to back. Period.
Which one's that?
I don't want to go back to you. Back to me.
Yeah, I have to listen through because I love every song I
Well,
hear. I
I
just
just
haven't
think-
had the time.
I don't like when people that are great singers don't sing. I'm like, why are we rapping all the time? You have a great voice.
Oh, I know. I saw a video of her like on the stairs and she was like eating it up, like the vocals.
Yeah.
It was fierce.
Like back to back, she's like singing.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but I always just say 365 because I'm always like, like I don't know.
I don't know.
They're like at gunpoint. They're like one time, like one bitch like turned away and was like, "Wait, what's your favorite song?" Brat, and I was like, like I don't know.
No.
Yeah, it's like scary a little bit.
Well, I love how the zeitgeist is like, it just flips. 1 minute we're quiet luxury, next minute we're Brat
Summer.
next minute we're fucking
Oh, no,
demure.
the one
like
that's
shut
crazy,
the fuck up.
The one that's crazy is that not only was everyone like quiet luxury, but it was like online. It was like drinking is so not cool. Like I'm like, when did that flip everyone? Like what?
No, it's literally just people being like, I'm doing my own thing, and people are like, oh, look at this person doing their own thing. I'm gonna do that too.
I went on our Patreon and I was like, oh my god, what do you guys want to like see? Like loves it. And which, by the way, if you're a member of our Patreon, we talk to you and ask you what you want to see. But a few people were like, oh, you guys should reread this or read this like fanfic of you guys.
What? I'm not doing that.
I know. Well, I was like, what is it? So I like asked them. I was like, what is
Us
it?
f***ing.
No, literally, there's like so much fanfic and it's so funny. And one of them I was like reading, and you were like, oh my god, you were like, I don't know if I'm trans.
Oh my god.
And they're like, I might just be gender fluid. And like the tag said like Violet Chachki gender fluid. Like, and I was like, come over and like I'll help you.
What?
And you like came over.
No.
And I like, you were like, I want a little 20 something. And I like did your makeup and you're like, I look beautiful. And I was like, you are beautiful. And then we kissed.
Ooh. Who is writing this?
I don't know. But
It would be fun to do like an AI like
fanfic of us.
fanfic movie.
But yeah, so what's new in your life? What's the tea, honey? You dating anyone?
No. I was dating someone, actually.
How was it?
I don't think I'm ready for like anything.
Yeah.
You don't know what you want until it shows up.
Yeah. 100%.
Or you don't know what you don't want until it shows up.
Right. That's true. Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it the other day. It's like so interesting, like what the difference, and a lot of you bitches who I'm sure are very versed in relationships, like you could probably tell me, but like the difference between like a dating relationship and like a friend relationship, I'm like, I don't really get it. Like you fuck? Like, is that really it?
I mean, I think as gay men, we like compartmentalize stuff. Like I get pretty much all my needs met from my platonic friends.
Literally. And I'm like, okay, so what could be like further than this? Like literally just sex.
And I also like love my alone time.
Me too.
Like I need it.
Literally same.
And I mean, I've been watching Sex and the City again. I don't even know why. Like I never am not watching Sex and the
Me
City.
too.
Like,
it's on the plane now
just,
too,
like,
so it's like never gone.
and it's like even when Miranda is talking about Steve moving in, she's like, I
gonna
fart a
see
lot,
me."
and you're gonna see my stuff. You're gonna see me being not.
And I don't do laundry sometimes for like 2 weeks, and my sponges smell.
I'm like, yes, like I need to be ugly and nasty alone.
Yeah.
Like, and sometimes I'm just in a negative mood, and I don't feel cute. I feel gross, and like I need to just be a nasty cunt alone.
Yeah.
And like not spread my nastiness. Like,
Yeah, even when I like lived, like had roommates, even like I'd be like on the way home from the airport or something, and I would just think about like, oh, if they're like sitting in the kitchen, like I'm gonna have to talk to them. Like I just need a second. Or like I'd be in bed and I'd be like, you know, those days where it's just hard to get out of bed and you're like, just do it, girl, get out of bed. And I would like hear them in the kitchen. I'd be like, well, I can't.
No,
I
not
can't.
leaving.
Yeah, and it would just be awful. So I'm like, imagine living with someone.
No, I
going to bed in the same bed forever with.
The same bed is crazy forever.
No. Who?
I can't even. We were just in Amsterdam, and I was like, there was like a random guy that I like randomly fell in love with for the weekend.
Yeah, a fling.
A fling for sure. But we like spent the night together, and it was like really cute and nice. But like on a certain point, I'm like, okay, like gotta go to bed now. Like move.
No, on that same trip, I hooked up with this one guy, and he like came over, and then we like, it was literally great. So hot, major, like hot French guy.
Hot French guy.
Yeah, he was fierce.
What the fuck?
You knew she was. Yeah.
Who?
I don't remember his name.
Oh, the guy who you?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, but he like was like, oh, that was great. Like we should do it again in the morning. And I was like, yeah, morning. And he's like, yeah. And then he was like, he's like, kick me out whenever. And I was like, now.
But then I'm like, well, sometimes you do like cuddle and you wake up in the middle of the night and like then you finish things or like in the morning. So I think I was like hopeful for something like that, and then of course I woke up and had to become a woman. So that
Kind
didn't-
of.
What?
You like barely shaved, and she comes down the stairs in like a human unit with bangs, hairy, chest hair,
Whatever.
armpit hair,
I looked great.
and she said, "Women have hair."
They do. Women grow hair.
Also,
I also
her
am getting in
like,
drag
wasn't
too.
as straight, and I was like, Vincent was like, "Oh, do you have a hairbrush?" And you're like, "Well, I tried to have him straighten it." Like Violet had her trade in the morning, tried to straighten her hair. Do you think that's why he didn't fuck you the next day?
No. I think
He was like, "This bitch had me straightening her hair."
I mean, I would get off to that. I don't know.
What?
Whatever. I can't control, like, bitch, you were there. I needed my hair flat ironed. Like, make yourself, if you're not going to fuck me, at least you could flat iron my hair correctly.
True. He didn't either.
Whatever. I mean, we were in a rush. I was like, I also did a smoky eye for the first time.
You looked good.
Like, quick dry. I might do a smoky eye tomorrow.
You should.
I think I will. I need to get
I'll
some of
help.
that Stila, like,
I'll help you.
not diamond dust, the other
Liquid
one.
metal, yeah.
The liquid metal. Glitter lid.
Yeah, those are major. Not a lid.
Not a lid, but just like a little
Yeah. I'll do it for
sprinkling.
you.
I don't know, like fucking Frankenfurter.
Oh my god, I'm gonna do it. Going back to dating though, what do you think is like the proper way to break up with someone?
I honestly do think it depends on like how long have you been talking, how are you defining your relationship, how serious is it, like all those things. But also, as someone who I've had my heart broken. I mean, I was dating a guy for like, I don't know, 5 months, and we were like, in my opinion, I mean, I was also like 23. But in my opinion, it was like we were saying I love you. We were like we deleted Grindr. We were like trying to, I don't know if we had like exclusivity discussion, but it was almost like a we have to communicate about it vibe. But I think for the most part we were like exclusive, but like it was sort of unspoken. But we like deleted the apps, and we like told each other we were deleting the apps. We told each other we were I love you, like that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're the only person that like I remember him telling me like you're the only person that matters to me in the city, like da 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 da.
The city,
Yeah,
but not the world, honey. Not even the state.
Well,
Just
I
the
learned
city.
that the hard way. Because he did. He went to other cities and found new lovers.
No.
And he told me this over a text message.
So he was being serious. He's like, "You're my favorite in this city."
I guess so, looking back. Well, I think he was more saying, like, the reason I'm here is because of you.
Oh,
Like, the reason I'm in this place is because
that's
of
what you
you.
thought.
That's what I thought.
But now looking back, he just met literally in front of me.
And he ended things over a text, and I think that was bad form.
Yeah, no, I was actually asking this to you the other day, and I would love to get everyone's input because everyone's like all Gen Z now and Alpha, whatever, Omega. What's the younger one?
Gen Alpha.
Gen Alpha. They like, because you always say like don't break up with someone like over a text, but that I feel like came from when we were not on our fucking phones all the time. Now we're like always on our phones. Like, is that the same couth that existed back then? Like, can you, like, is it more like wiggle room to break up over the phone since we're like always on the fucking phone? Like, our whole lives are on the phone. I can't just shoot you a text.
I mean, I think looking at it from, it's fucking complicated and hard.
And also, if you
I
want to
mean,
be
if he would've
friends
broken
with
me in person,
them.
like, I would have freaked out on him. I would have been a psychopath. Like, if he was, like,
I mean,
I
I'm
was.
just like imagining the ones I have now. I'm like, if they wanted to stay friends with me, but they like sat me down in person, they're like, "Hey, I would like to be your friends, but this is too much."
But you're
for
not
me."
like saying
would
I
be
love
like-
you.
I'd be like, "Excuse me, we could have stayed friends, but now this is weird."
Yeah,
and
that's you.
I don't like it. I would rather him just text me and be like, "Hey,
But babe, you're not in a relationship with these people. You're these people. There's a difference.
right."
If they were like, I don't want to you anymore. That's the extent of y'all's relationship. You cannot, there is no relationship.
Right.
You're not saying I love you. You're not deleting apps for these people. Like, there's no commitment. There's no dates, really.
I'm friends
You're
with the one that's
fucking them and
married.
hanging out. Yeah, you're friends.
Yeah.
With benefits.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But if he sat me down, I'd be like, what?
He wouldn't sit you down because you're not in a relationship. Oh my God. I don't know. I mean, the thing with the guy that I'm talking about from when I was 23, like, if he would break up with me in person, I think maybe we got into I can't remember. Anyways, it probably was for the best that he did it over text now that I'm thinking about it, because I was like an emotional wreck.
What would you have done in person?
I don't know. It like needed to happen. We like needed to end. It needed to end for sure. It just sucks the way he did it. But now that I'm like,
I just would hate to be broken up with or break up with someone. Like, I think that is so sick.
right. That's why I'm like,
I hate both
avoid
sides.
the relationship. at all
Literally,
costs.
that's what I'm thinking too. I'm like, I've like never had an adult like dating relationship, like for real.
Like a date, like
ever.
boyfriend. Me either.
And I'm just like looking at my life, and I've like worked so hard on myself and my life. I'm like, who the fuck am I gonna allow to interrupt this?
I don't know. I mean, even like I'm thinking about the people that we know that are like adults and successful, and they're like, they bring some like twink in, they're like, this is so and so, and they're like a star.
I
and
think
they're
about
special.
that all.
And I'm just like, okay.
I think about that
like,
all the time.
It's giving like
too.
daddy, like take care of the person vibe, and I'm like not into that at all.
Yeah, a lot of our friends that have like successful careers and stuff like will bring random people in, and they'll be like, it is giving like, I just take care of
This
him,
person.
but
I don't know. Maybe it's just not for us.
I don't know. Maybe I think in the future when I'm like really rich, like I think I could maybe have that.
Like a sugar baby vibe.
Not like,
I don't know. A
like
lot
if
of
I
my
was like an old fucking dude and I had a gorgeous yacht, I'd like, yeah, I want to fucking fill the boat with hot little.
I don't know. In the ideal situation, like it's like the Sex and the City age-old question. Like, do you settle at a certain age, or do you like hold out for what you really want? What if you never get what you really want? Like, you can't have it all. Like,
Charlotte gets what she wants.
oh my God.
I love Charlotte's life. I love it.
Are you fucking insane?
No, I love
She
her.
married a fat, bald man.
That loves her.
She did not get what she thought she wanted.
I'm worth $1 million.
She got not hot. She got a rich, funny, loving, married dude.
Right, she settled.
I don't think you can have it all.
I don't think you can
be
either. I don't
Hot,
think you can either.
rich, nice.
There's always something.
No. Yeah, 100%. Like, you can't, like, so he is not the hottest.
I just need someone.
I feel like hot might be, like, the one that I would loosen up the most on.
I just was going to say that same thing, yeah.
Like, I think you just need to have your own career. You need to be funny.
You
for
have
me.
to be
Like,
funny.
I
You have to be
cannot
funny.
imagine not, like, I just won't even, it wouldn't even go back
wouldn't even-
past
yeah.
me hooking up with him one time for if you're not funny. Like, you need to make me laugh. And then, what else is there?
Personality, but that's funny.
Yeah. Oh, like, you're nice. Like,
Or
I
sex.
would like you to be nice.
You have to me down.
No, if you couldn't, no, I don't get that even. Like, if your dick isn't like rock hard from eye contact, like, what? I can get off with my friends, babe. Huh. Like, we go to the dark room and jack off together. Like, what do you mean you're not gonna me like that?
Yeah.
Get in line. I have hot friends.
I have hot friends for sure.
Right? Like, what's the point? What's the difference between like us and then like some like I just don't get it. Like, we just don't.
That's what I'm saying. I get the majority of my needs met from my platonic friends.
Right. So I'm like, imagine like you go, like, one of us goes out and we date someone that's like not us, right? It's like,
I
girl,
do that all the time.
You do.
Well, there was one guy I was dating for a minute who like the sex was mid for sure, but he had like his own life in a way. He could keep up. He was like had a career. He was really, really hot. He was like charming. There were like things that, but obviously didn't work out because they didn't have like the basis.
I do think that was maybe your closest. Now that I'm taking a step back, and looking
Closest
at
to
your,
what?
like
The-
an actual
the
normal person for you.
The ideal
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it was the closest.
Yeah.
There were elements.
And then
he, like,
also-
f***ed me and like he like.
Also, I think it's
wasn't
really
weird.
important that like I never consider is like what the other person's like love language is like so important. Like,
You
if they're,
think?
I think so. Like, You're like an acts of service like diva, I feel. And like imagine like
what I do.
Imagine like someone else like their like love language is acts of service, but you like don't like physically doing shit for people and they like won't get that from you, you know?
I don't like physically doing stuff for people.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't think you do.
I like slave over your shit all the
Yeah,
time.
because you love me. It's like a way you show love.
That's
But
what
you
we're
don't
talking
just
about.
do
Love
it.
languages.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like, what if but you don't like love to do that? You have to like love the person to do that. Punch me.
Where you're literally like, your love language is not acts of service, and then you're like, I'm
No,
like,
no,
yeah,
I
but
mean,
do, but you're like,
I
yeah, because
meant-
you love
I think
me. I'm
I
like,
said it
what
was.
is?
I think I said it is.
It is right.
But like, yeah, and you like don't just randomly go out and do shit for people. Like it's like you have to be like up in your gig, you know?
Right. So what are you
What
saying?
are you missing?
What are you saying? I don't get what you're saying. If I'm with a guy and he like needs help, I'm like, okay, I'll do it.
Oh.
If I'm into him,
Right.
for sure.
Yeah, but like imagine like you okay, whatever.
So what are you saying? I don't get what you're saying.
I don't even know what I'm saying either. Just imagine you didn't get the like love language from someone and vice versa. That's what I'm saying.
Like didn't understand what it was, or they didn't show.
They just
love.
don't show love that way.
They would show love some way.
Yeah, but you would have to like get into it because it's like not your love language. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think you have to have the same love language to be compatible.
But you have to like reciprocate it. Like I think like even in a platonic relationship, like I had to learn your vibes. Like I was like, whoa, because it's like different. So if I would have just
because you expect everyone to shower you with presents all the time because that's what you do. You just like presents. Just say that.
I do love presents.
Just say you like getting presents. Like, this is insane. You're like, yeah, well, I just like didn't really get what you were doing because you weren't giving me presents.
Talking about.
Like,
That's not what I was talking
like
about.
getting
You buy me
gifts.
gifts all the time.
Yeah, because I know you. That's your love language. Is you like getting gifts.
Love it.
Because you're
If you
sick.
buy me something, I like love you.
Yeah, and then I bought you something and sat on your fucking floor for 2 years.
I did. I was like loved it. I didn't know where to put it.
Yeah, and I'm over here like, I don't even like getting gifts. I'm like, well, I know he likes
Okay,
it. I gotta
people
find him a present.
clock when I don't put their shit on. My mom called me the other day and she literally like she bought me this Tim Burton signed print.
Yeah, and
She came to my fucking house and then a month later she goes, yeah, well, it doesn't even matter because it's just sitting on your floor. And I was like, you came in my apartment, saw that it was there,
Yeah.
compartmentalized that, and then brought it up months later. Like,
because everyone's trying to give you your love language that you want, and then it doesn't even get hung up on the wall.
it does eventually. I just need to find the right place, especially when it's cute and sentimental. I like don't want to put it in the wrong place.
I think my love language is acts of service.
Sure, you are.
What are the other ones? It's like gifts, acts of service, words of affirmation, touch. You're a touch.
I'm a toucher.
I'm not a toucher.
I had to learn that super hard with Violet. I just always want to be touched. But actually, when I stopped like touching as much with you because you don't like it,
I don't like it.
I've like kind of stopped it across the board,
No,
and
you
I don't
haven't.
like that. No, I have compared to what I used to be. I was
True.
like constantly holding someone or like being like it was just
I don't like
Like,
that.
right now,
For
I'd be
me,
like,
touching,
touching.
like cuddling, or like it's like a very intimate thing for me.
No, even like Vincent, we had like he slept over at my we had like shared a hotel room in Paris, and he's like, you built a pillow fort between us, like
Lesbian protection
and
barrier.
he's like a cuddler, and I just like my brain, and I am too, and my brain was just like, whoa, I actually don't even know if I am anymore because I like slept over at that guy's house,
Okay.
the married one, and literally I slept over, and just like sleeping, I was just like, oh, this is like a lot. It was just like being held all night. I was like,
I mean, I like it in a romantic setting.
I don't know if I do. Acts of service, quality time, words of affirmation,
Quality time.
physical touch, and receiving gifts.
You're receiving gifts and touch, period, the end.
For sure.
Or you were touch, at least. I think I'm
am
quality time and
If
acts of
someone's
service.
touching me, I'm like, oh, it's over. Like, we're fucking, we're, like, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love touching.
I'm acts of service and quality time.
Quality time?
Yeah. If I'm spending time with you, that, like, means something.
That's true. That is true for you, huh?
For sure. If I'm, like, setting aside, like, I don't like many people, I've learned. If I'm like fucking with you, like I fuck with you.
Yeah.
And I am trying to like make an effort to like branch out, which is a big deal for me.
It is. Yeah, I love that.
Just like making efforts with not new people, but just people that I've like that live in LA and like haven't seen often.
Yeah, I do love that for you. Branching out.
We'll see. But I'm also not a chaser. Like, honey, I sent you the text. I asked what you were doing. You didn't reciprocate. Moving on.
Yeah, is that still text? I feel like I'm 100 years old asking the kids, like our audience. I'm like, is that still normal? Like, because I said that the other day. I was like, you're not supposed to double text someone.
Oh, I double text. I don't give a fuck about that rule. Fuck that rule.
Is that still even a rule? Or
Yeah.
people are just like, hello, hello, hello? Because like that happened to her the other day, and I was like, this is like behavior, and she was like, no, that's fine to just be like, hello, hello, and I'm like,
It's not hello, hello. It's like, just like normal. Like if I'm like, just be honest.
like if I don't
if
respond
you're-
2 times, I'm like,
No, it's like if I in
I'm
my brain, it's
avoiding
like,
it.
oh, if I unless someone really pisses me off, then I'm like, you're done. You're cut off with the community. I'm not sending any more memes. I'm not sending more. But it's like, if you're like honestly being like, oh, I've thought of this thing, I'm sending it to you, or like, what are you up to?
well, I guess like a meme, but like a text, like, hey, what are you doing? And then you don't respond. What are you doing?
Hello.
Like it's
no,
like
it's not. They're not. It's not Grinder. Like a friend being like sending multiple things before I get a response is totally fine. Or like someone I'm talking to is fine.
right.
If it's someone I'm just trying to court, then it's different.
Right.
Or if it's somebody who's been wishy-washy, like there's someone that I was trying to hang out with the other night who was wishy-washy, who's consistently been wishy-washy for years. Wishy-washy. And I'm like, fuck you. And I'm like,
That's
every
another
time
LA thing though. It's like a lot of people just are like
wishy-washy.
Like,
Like,
it's just like everyone's just so chill that it's like
I don't
yeah,
like
see you
that.
out, and then
it's like
Jo-
let's hang out. And
our
it's like,
friend
okay,
Jody-
when and where? And
our
it's
friend
like,
Jody Harsh like came to LA one time, and I forgot who did it to us, but someone was like, she was like, where is she? And I was like, oh, she's not coming anymore. And she was like, in London, like that just like literally would never happen. Like if you are going somewhere, like you're going there. Like in LA, it's just like, yeah, I'll see you there, and you're like, didn't make it.
didn't make
Like
it.
it's just like chill.
It's so that. And it's like, okay, well, I'm only here a certain amount of like, I'm trying to make an effort to hang out with you and you're being wishy-washy. It's like,
yeah.
it's like, okay, you're not a real friend. Like you're in like a different category of friend. Like I'll see you when I see you kind of friend.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, even the guy that's I'm seeing tonight, I was like, oh,
He's
maybe
a
I
little
can,
wishy-washy,
like,
but it's because he's so scheduled.
well, yeah, she's so scheduled, and I was like, maybe I like go on a date or so with her or something, like seriously. And then I was like, I texted and like very organized, like what are you doing right now? I'm like, oh, I'm working. Want to hang out later? Like, sorry, I already have a movie at 5. I'm like, holy moly, okay, babe. And then like the next day, I'll be like, hello, like what's up? And they'll be like, go karts at 7, and I'm like,
Go-karts? Are you
Yeah,
being a 12-year-old?
He does activities.
I do. Like, I want to do more activities.
He
They're
actually,
like,
I found his Instagram the other day. Oh my god, sorry if you were watching this. He's so
What?
hot. No, he's so hot.
He
But
is
he's
hot.
like posting himself like rock climbing. Like he like does.
We should do
things.
activities.
That's what I said. That's what I was thinking about us too when I was looking at his Instagram. I was like, Violet and I should do.
well,
that.
there's so much like stuff in LA that I want to do. And I send you like little like top 10 cliffside restaurants in Los Angeles, like
You do
or like
that.
mountain climbing or like whatever. Like I'm like, we need to do more stuff.
I agree.
And I want to hang out with like new people.
Let's
Like-
look at him and this fucking guy rock climbing.
Are they fucking or rock climbing?
Oh, they're just fucking.
Not an erotic rock climbing video.
This marks 24 hours.
I know. it's
Jesus
so
Christ.
Oh yeah. Oh ooh. I know.
Who is filming this?
I don't know. A fan.
The other thing is like I was out the other night, as we were saying before, and I was like, everyone was just being weird and asking me weird questions and just being annoying, and like I couldn't hear the music and it just wasn't the vibe. And I'm like, my life cannot just be like cross-dressing or going to the club. Like there's gotta be other things out there. Like we walked by a pottery thing the other day. Let's go take a pottery class, or like
I would love to do
something.
that.
Like
I want
there's
to do
gotta
that.
be something we can
Well,
do.
let's do it
Like
next week. It's my birthday. We could go somewhere weird.
let's do
pottery.
pottery. Are we 100 years old? Like seriously.
Honestly, yeah.
Oh no. I hope it wasn't a masterpiece.
And thank you guys for watching and tuning in to this episode of
No Gorge.
Make sure you comment, subscribe, tell us what you want to see. We are going to be back to our regularly scheduled No Gorgeousness next week.
Yes. Love you so much.
And we'll see you over on Patreon as well, where you get exclusive behind-the-scenes content, polls, etc.
Yeah.
Love you guys so much.
Bye, Gorge.
Bye, Gorge.
No Gorge.